week on EA Sports, where London will play host to a different kind of football. It's the New York Jets and the Minnesota Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
It's one of the globe's most famous football venues, but this crowd of 60,000 plus is gathered to watch a different type of football. Welcome to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more likely is going to come away with the win.
Here's Thomas Morstead out for the opening kick. And we are underway in London. Ty Chandler to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And we'll get a look at their signal caller playing in his 7th season.
Sam Darnold's seen an awful lot in his career. Now he's hoping the 4th time is an actual charm. After being a first-round pick, it seems like eons ago for the New York Jets. The guy's experienced a ton of football. And I'll say this, he went into one of the great QB incubators there with Kyle Shanahan in San Francisco. And now we'll all get a chance to see how much he really did learn, how much he really did grow. He is still young in his career. And with the supporting cast in Minnesota, including a pretty dynamic receiver on the outside, he's got some nice tools to work with.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 36. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10 from the 41. Now we'll give up the middle to Jones. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 31. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Jones trying the left side. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Just short on 3rd down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on 4th?
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Here's Jones. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Jones once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. Here's Darnold to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Xavier Gibson now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So now it's the Jets getting out on offense for their opening drive. They're led out by the 4-time MVP who's been in this league since 2005, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Play action with Rodgers. Finds his target, Hall. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Throw complete to Williams. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
From the 41. Quick hitter complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. The big play nets them 17 yards. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the 1st. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. They go right back to Hall. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Malachi Corley reels it in. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers here from the gun. No hesitation, and that one's caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. All you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing again, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
And these guys are sideline mavens. They always seem to know exactly where that boundary is without looking. He's not quite at that level yet. Lost track of where he was, and he brought it in out of bounds.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. It's Brandon Powell with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Minnesota all set to go for its 2nd drive. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. Now Darnold. That one is caught, left side of the field. It's a gain of 22. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Able to find Jones. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Rodgers will look to throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. That's complete to Wilson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing once again, Rodgers. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down. Off play action, Rodgers. He's got it, room to run. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
And the Vikings going to the dime package here. 3rd down coming up. They'll throw again. Rodgers. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He gets 6 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. The Jets looking for a score just before the break. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Again, Rodgers. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now here's Rodgers. Wilson's got it. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking Malachi Corley's way there. And now it's 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They are throwing it again. Has his man, it's Corley. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Rodgers out of the gun on 3rd down. Corley reels it in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Rodgers to throw. Into the hands of Conklin. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third down, 1 yard to go. From the shotgun, Rodgers. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They'll run for it with Hall. And he drives this forward to the 6. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Rodgers here from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Jets take the lead just before halftime. Aaron Rodgers with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one splits the uprights, and they'll continue adding to their lead. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings get before the break. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 34. Has the connection to Jones. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. He'll throw it. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. He puts some air under this one, deep right. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. So that's halftime for us here. It's a 7-point game after our first 2 quarters. Now we'll send you back across the pond to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman waiting patiently to bring you the EA Sports halftime reports. Coach?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports halftime report. In the first half, we saw some great play from Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers. He's got the lone touchdown of the game on a touchdown run. We'll see if he can get it going through the air as this one goes on.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Two quarters to go from London Town, and here we go in our second half. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here's the Jets offense getting ready to start our 3rd quarter. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 29. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be second down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
They give on second to Hall. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Rodgers here off the play action. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he goes down approaching that 10-yard line. Second and 6 coming up here. They'll go right side with Hall. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. They pick up one on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets grow the lead coming out of halftime. Malachi Corley, the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Zerline on now for the extra point. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Minnesota offense trotting out. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a 1-score game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Addison going to motion over left. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10 now. Jones reels it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
1st and 10, here's Jones. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. A give left side to Jones. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Here's Darnold to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. They're going play action. Has his man. It's Addison. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Now a give to Jones. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Second down now, 7 to go. Darnold. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Here's Darnold. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings now within 1 score in the 4th. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
No change to the call on the field, so that play is going to remain a touchdown. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. That That one splits the uprights. And they're a point closer now on the scoreboard. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts at the 9. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Jets offense now set to take over. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to one score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Got first down from the 31. Now here's Rodgers. Conklin brings it in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. Crosses midfield, still going. And he takes this into enemy territory to the 48-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now Rodgers. That's complete to Wilson. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 42. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
You know, he might complete 99 out of 100 of those short, simple routes to the tight ends. Even the shortest and simplest of throws, well, it's due to end up in a drop at some point.
So on 4th down, the Jets turn to a fan favorite. It's Thomas Morstead to punt it away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Vikings taking the field on offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Complete out to the right. And he's tackled for no gain.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Throwing from the gun here. Fires over the middle, caught. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Running right, this is Jones. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Darnold now to throw. Finds a man on the right side. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 46. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
I think everybody on the offense was already thinking about the next play to run as they watch that short little throw to the tight end. You really don't expect to see many of those gimmies dropped.
He's back to throw. Quick hitter complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from London. Vikings losing by 7. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
I think everybody in the building was already thinking about the next play to run as they watched that short throw to the tight end. That's a gimme. You don't expect to see many of those dropped.
Here he is to throw. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing now. That's caught for the first. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings cut it to a point late in this one. Jordan Addison the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
In the 11th hour, now a point after try to tie this game. That one right down the middle. And we're all knotted up. Following the score, they've got Reichert out and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now here comes the New York offense. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set. He beams one deep right side. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Still inches to go on 3rd down. To throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. The Jets take their 1st time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw it. This one falls incomplete. He was looking Malachi Corley's way there, and it sets up 2nd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Back to throw. It's taken in by Williams. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. To the line for a new set of downs, only a lone timeout at their disposal. From the gun, it's Hall. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Hall once more. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. A gain of about 3, so a 1/3 of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. Greg Zuerlein is out in the game's biggest moment. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. This will be from 52 yards. A big kick is no good. It's well to the left there. And they do not break the tie here in the 4th.
That's the life of an NFL kicker, a chance to be a hero, and unfortunately, he can't end this one. And now, well, now it's incumbent upon his teammates to pick him up and maybe give him that game-winning opportunity coming up in overtime.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive, 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. This to win the game. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Pass interference. Defense.
Ball game's not over just yet. Don't leave those seats. The interference call means we're going to have an untimed down here. The kick is good. He got it. And the third time he puts it through will be the charm. They won it. So it's a win for the Vikings. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.